Hey, what's up, it's Andrew, and by the end of this video series you can learn exactly how you can counter-program your brain to go from a state of scattered thinking due to the internet and constant dopamine addiction to a state of clear and calm thinking. So if you haven't seen any of the videos before, I suggest you go back to video 1 and start and go through it just day by day by day. And if you're new around here, then like the video and subscribe, because these videos are going to be coming out one day after one day after one day whilst I'm on holiday. But let's get right into the video. When you're ever worried or scared about something, do you find yourself turning to YouTube or turning to watching a film to distract yourself? Have you ever been with a group of friends and you found yourself scrolling through Instagram? Have you ever been studying or working or driving and you find yourself listening to music? That's because years of dopamine addiction has caused you to crave this dopamine hit. You find yourself at the slot machine of dopamine addiction. You find yourself constantly pressing the buttons of dopamine. And that is a big problem. Next, if this sounds familiar to you, if you've gone through any of these things or something similar to these things that I've just mentioned to you, then I'm going to teach you exactly how you can counter-program these things. And the first piece of advice for counter-programming your brain is just being a little bit mindful. When you find yourself reaching for your phone, ask yourself these questions. Why am I going for my phone? What am I hoping to achieve from going on my phone? What is the purpose of me going towards my phone? Am I just looking for that quick dopamine hit, or is there a reason? Am I going to my phone for a specific goal or purpose? And chances are the answer will be no most of the time. So the first piece of advice is just being a little bit more mindful. And number 2 is remember the utility and fun spectrum I talked about in the first video, which, by the way, if you haven't watched that first video, go check it out now. But what that says is that when you find yourself going to your phone, are you doing that instinctively? Are you out of reaction of you haven't got anything to do, so you find yourself reaching at your phone instinctively? That's bad. But if you purposely want to go through Facebook or Instagram, you think, oh, I want to see what's going on in other people's lives. This is a little bit better because you are still in control. You have made the decision that you want to go on Instagram, which is a little bit better than just whipping out your phone because you haven't got anything else doing and you don't even think about it. It's just what your subconscious brain wants to do because it knows it will get quick dopamine. And the third piece of advice is you need to cut back on this zombie-like addiction towards YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat, whatever the case may be for you. You need to cut back, because what this is like is it's like eating out of boredom. You need to understand how precious time is, and you don't want to waste it without doing anything productive with that time. You don't want to waste it with just quick dopamine hits. So I urge you, the third tip is to cut back on your dopamine intake on a day-to-day basis. And the fourth piece of advice is introduce friction. And this idea is just make it literally 1 second more difficult for you to reach your phone. For me, I literally place it in the corner of my desk, just over there, instead of having it constantly in my pocket. Because when it's in my pocket, I find myself taking it out without even realizing that I'm taking it out. Whereas if it's in the corner, I have to think about it. Literally that half second, that 1 second of thoughts makes such the difference. So if you're going on a walk or you're out and about, put your phone in your bag. Don't keep it in your pocket. Put your phone in your back pocket. That much of a difference is enough time for you to recognize, oh, I'm reaching my phone. Am I doing this out of instinct, or is there a reason for me going on my phone? So that's the fourth piece of advice. Reintroduce friction to getting your phone. And the fifth piece of advice is slow down. Don't whip out your phone like you're trying to resuscitate someone. There's no emergency. You don't have to quickly whip out your phone and go through Instagram quickly like that. Instead, just calm down. No one's in a rush. You're not in a rush. Everything can wait just those 5 seconds more. Slowly take your phone out of your back pocket or out of your bag. Do what you want to do. Go through Instagram if you want to. Go through Reddit if you want to. Then put your phone back and be mindful and aware of every process that you're doing. Instead of just mindlessly scrolling through Instagram, enjoy it. You don't have to completely give up Instagram. Just be a little bit slower. So the fifth piece of advice is just slow down.